Divorce Day Diaries, day 391, and today I'm making a Biscoff lolly cake. So starting off, I've got one packet, 250 grams of Biscoff, and I'm chucking them into Ziploc bags, and I'm giving them the bash. Once they've had a proper beating, I'm then going to mix them up with half a tin of sweetened condensed milk and an amount of butter. Hold on, I can't remember. 1 minute, let me Google it. So effectively, I'm adapting this from a recipe from VJ Cook's website, which is in here somewhere. Just got to scroll past the story and the recipe and some questions and like a dozen ads. Man, I didn't realize how much I need an ad blocker until now. Okay, here it is. I need 120 grams of butter. But effectively, in the original recipe, you'd use malt biscuits, 250 grams. All I've done is I've just taken that and replaced it with Biscoff. Also, by complete coincidence, this is yet another no-bake recipe. I swear this is going to be like a year of no baking at this point. But after I've combined that Biscoff, the butter, and the sweetened condensed milk, we're then chucking in our Explorer lollies. So effectively, I'm just chopping these in half. No need to properly chop them up just because they're going to get chopped up further when you chop the lolly log up later anyway. And it was at this point that I was mixing it that I noticed it was a lot wetter than usual, a lot wetter than it normally is when I use malt biscuits anyway. I guess Biscoff just didn't quite absorb the sweetened condensed milk and the butter as good as a malt biscuit did. But we're pushing on anyway with our fifth and final ingredient, which I'm just laying down a bed of desiccated coconut on a bed of Glad wrap. And of course, leaving my pantry door open in the process. But effectively, I'm just wrapping that up, grabbing both ends of the Glad wrap and then just rolling it to get it into a big log. I think I actually learnt this technique from when I made sausages, but I think that was probably over 15 years at this point, and my memory's not that good. But once we've got that into a proper log, it is then time to get into the fridge to set. So this has now been sitting in the fridge for 8 hours. Hopefully that's enough time for it to set. The more I think about it, the more I'm being a bit rigid here, but lolly cake is lolly cake. It's been the same way my entire life. I've always appreciated it the same way my entire life. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to feel about this newfangled Biscoff lolly cake. It's still a wee bit sticky. Alright, so I have a piece. Let's try it. Actually, I want to chop another piece off because that's mostly that's mostly lolly. There we are. That one's a bit of a better mix. Okay. I can't figure this out. I've almost eaten the whole piece. I'm still not sure what to say about it. It tastes different, but it doesn't taste drastically different. It tastes mostly the same, frankly. It's definitely sweeter with the Biscoff, but I'm not really getting that strong Biscoff flavour coming through. It's more like sitting on the back of the throat. The main thing that's coming through is still just the lollies and everything else that goes into a lolly cake. Screw it, I'm trying a second piece. Honestly, the flavour of the Explorer lollies is so strong that it kind of overpowers everything else anyway. The lolly cake sort of exists as a vessel for the lollies that sit inside. The cake part is a vessel for the lollies. There you go. Yeah, nah. Not seeing a big difference. If you're gonna make this, just stick to the malt biscuits. It's probably cheaper. But it was at this point that I realised I needed to chop it all up because I need to put this in their lunchboxes. This is almost like a crossover episode. And that is lunchboxes done and dusted, and I will catch you on the flip side.